Hey folks, today is Friday, April 6, 2018. As usual, it's me, Jake Baldino. I'm wearing glasses today, and we gotta talk about some video game stuff that has been going on this week. A little bit of a quiet week, but some interesting news nonetheless. The first thing I definitely want to talk about is actually Bioware, who was in the news after a panel talk with some of the heads and longtime members of Bioware, who said that they were in dire straits before they were actually acquired by EA. During this talk, and I'm gonna link the article down in the description, you know, like everything else I talk about, but during this talk, it was very interesting because they said around 2007, when they were acquired by EA, apparently they were on dire straits after Mass Effect, the first one, and starting working on Dragon Age, and apparently had started to work out with them because they worked on Mass Effect with Microsoft that was published by them, and then eventually they were acquired. But according to them, they would have shut their doors if they weren't acquired by Microsoft, which is crazy to think about, but it's also how things go, I guess. Not only that, of course, we have to joke that EA could still shut them down. EA has a habit of buying studios and shutting them down. It's been a miracle that, I mean, not a miracle, but it's been great that Bioware has been kept alive for so long, considering it's such a legendary studio. But the last few years have led me to believe that it could be a possibility after, like, what if Anthem isn't a success? Who knows what could happen? It seems like Bioware isn't the Bioware they used to be. It's all just speculation on my part, but it's still just fun food for thought, you know? Maybe you're a diehard Bioware fan or you're a big old Bioware hater, because there's a lot of those out there. I'm curious to see what you guys think. But now we gotta talk about something that you guys have been asking for forever, and we've been reporting on it, following up. The Spyro Trilogy Remaster is officially, finally, real and confirmed. It's called the Reignited Trilogy. It's dropping on both consoles. It's a multi-platform game, and it's a collection of the first three games, completely new and pretty, with some newer tweaked level design, redesigned lighting, graphics, textures, all that. Most notably, though, it retains the original score from the first three games, which I think for myself and for a lot of like real diehard Spyro fans out there, that was the big issue here, and I'm really happy that they're keeping the music.
Still bullshit that we're not getting a Gex remaster.
Yo, we need a Gex remaster, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Change.org slash get Gex remastered, please. I really feel like we're coming to a finish line with this one after so many leaks and leaks. This thing was like leaked right up until the end, but it's dropping September 21st, 2018 on PS4 and Xbox One. So I hope your dreams now are finally coming true. Not only that, but in terms of September release dates, we finally gotten a release date for the Spider-Man PS4 game, simply titled Spider-Man. It's dropping September 7th, 2018, and we linked it in the description. Game Informer was able to get the cover story on it and get their hands on it and basically describe a lot of the game, and there's a lot of really exciting new details out there. Full transparency, this has been my most anticipated game of the year just because I'm such a big Spider-Man fan. There's a lot of small details like fast traveling via the subway, playing as both Peter Parker and Mary Jane in actual scripted story sequences. The web swinging apparently actually is legit and real good. They haven't confirmed yet whether or not Spider-Man will have fall damage, but there's a lot of small clips and GIFs going around of just the fighting, the combat, and the web swinging in motion, and I think it's worth checking out if you're a Spider-Man fan, because it looks really good. I don't want to, like, you know, get too excited. You know, it's good to be healthy with a little skepticism, but I'm really looking forward to this. But now I want to talk about something that I'll probably never give up, and that is the Prey 2 that was canceled to make room for the newer Prey game that we got. For those of you that don't know, Prey 2 was originally supposed to be a deeply sci-fi game where you're a guy as a bounty hunter on alien planets, almost like gritty underground Star Wars-y type stuff, and it had so much potential, and now more leaked footage of the game that will never be has come out, and it still looks great, and I still really want to play it. There's not really too much else to say about that. I'm glad we still got a new Prey game. It was pretty okay. This looked way cooler, sorry. But this will probably be the last time we talk about it with this little bit of footage coming out, so I just wanted to kind of give it a farewell, a little rest in peace, you know? But you know, every week we like to kind of go through the internet and see what other crazy, dumb things people are making in the name of video games, and this week we just got some interesting videos. This first one is some really interesting development going on in terms of modeling in-game VR guns. That's actually really cool if you're into that type of stuff. And not only that, we have a video comparing Far Cry 2 versus Far Cry 5. I am not one of the people that kind of bang the drum of Far Cry 2, but it's still really interesting to see these comparisons. It's very interesting, and it's definitely worth a watch. Like I keep saying though, I link that in the description as well as everything else we talk about this week. And also, just as a heads up, we are actually recording this video somewhat ahead of time because we're on our way to PAX East in Boston. It's a video game convention. It's like our favorite one. We are going to be there. If you want to come see us, find us on the show floor, say hi, validate our existence. Me, Andrew the new guy, and Tom, who make the videos. We'll also be at the Discord booth doing like a little meetup at 2 p.m. on Saturday, so come on by, have a good time. PAX East is the best. You should go to a video game convention once in your life if you have the opportunity, because it's awesome. And also, I'm bringing this up, I don't know if you guys really care, but that Harry Potter social game that's essentially kind of based off of some of the social elements of Pokemon Go is dropping on April 15th. It's Harry Potter and the Hogwarts Mystery, and it's essentially like you are a student and you attend Hogwarts, and it's going to be on Android and iOS. And interestingly enough, it's got voice acting from some of the original actors from the film, so I'm into that. I'm curious to see what this game actually is, but it's nice to see that it's finally releasing. Also, briefly, I want to talk about this rumor. It's a complete rumor. A lot of times I write these off just because I think they're ridiculous, but this one seems to have some credence to it. This is a report from Semi-Accurate about a possible PlayStation 5. Now, Semi-Accurate has in the past nailed some certain things with reports to PS4 and Nintendo Switch specs. And basically, they go into detail about the next PlayStation console's specs in terms of it actually having AMD Navi as graphics architecture and AMC Zen for the CPU, suggesting that this all will be fairly powerful. Not only that, according to them, it will have more VR features actually built into the system and the hardware itself to make VR more of a possible thing. I don't know about that. As much as I love VR, I don't see Sony doubling down on PSVR for the next console. But according to this report, there are also a bunch of developer kits out there right now already, almost kind of backing up last week or so when we talked about CD Projekt Red saying that Cyberpunk 2077 will also possibly be a next-gen title, because apparently some developers out there already have working prototypes to develop games on. Not only that, their report also ends not ruling out the fact that it could release in 2018 as a surprise. I do not see that happening, no way in hell. Would that be cool? Yeah, but it's also so soon. I understand that consoles fall behind in terms of specs very quickly, but wow, what? Again, this is all completely a rumor. Take this with a grain of salt. If you want to read some of the reporting on it, link in the description. Also, I don't know if you guys missed this. This is more of like community rumblings, but it's still something to be aware of. The Grand Theft Auto 5 online community right now is pretty jammed up because with the release of the new Super Sports Series expansion, apparently a lot of people are getting hit with bans that didn't deserve them. People who are apparently completely innocent have been finding their accounts banned, and they're pretty riled up. Stuff like this has happened before, ban waves for different reasons. Apparently some people are attributing this one to just being connected to just having general mod stuff installed, not even necessarily in multiplayer, and that's why they're getting banned, and that seems unfair and unfortunate. A lot of people on Reddit have been trying to get the word out to Rockstar. That's where the state is right now. I just always find it interesting when these types of things happen because it is unfortunate for people, so I'm curious to see how this turns around. I guess we'll keep you guys updated. But something that is cool that is going on right now, probably for the next 2 days at the time of this recording, a new PUBG event. It's called Tequila Sunrise. All this event is, it just takes place on the Miramar map, and the only thing that is enabled are melee weapons and shotguns, so that can be pure chaos, and it sounds like it can get pretty spicy. I know I am definitely going to be jumping in. No, I can't jump in because we'll be at PAX. Shit. Either way, if you are into PUBG, I think it's worth checking it out. People have been getting their hands on the newer, smaller map. Apparently that is awesome, right? How's that new map?
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
I just wanted to bring that up real quick because I feel like lately we've been talking so much about Fortnite, so I just wanted to bring up one of our favorite games again, you know? But in some more interesting news and what seems to have been a trend, I don't know if you guys remember, but a week or so ago, Battlefront 2 rolled back a lot of its microtransactions and have basically launched their new progression system where the game is tweaked. I haven't really gotten into it yet, but this week, Shadow of War has announced that they are essentially scrapping their microtransactions months and months after the game has released. They're essentially taking away the ability to buy the orcs for your world because they said they don't want to disrupt the Nemesis system and they want it to remain pure. But for the time being, they said for a limited time, folks who did use real money to purchase in-game gold will be able to, you know, not get ripped off for that. But I still think this is very interesting, and I also think it's way too little, way too late. They're saying that they didn't like the ramifications that it put on the Nemesis system, and that's what they want the focus to be on, yet they didn't think of that when they put the game out. Like I said though, if you have real world money in the game, you'll have July 17th to spend it, but then all this stuff will be closed as part of an update. again, I want to see what you guys think. Too little, too late, because otherwise I think Shadow of War is a pretty good game. I still don't think it's as strong as the first game, but this is a big game with a lot to do, and now you don't have to deal with that stuff if that stuff jams you up. But now we gotta do that console giveaway we do every single week. You know how this goes by now. There's a link in the description below. You sign up, you enter once, then you're entered for good, and then every single week we go in and randomly choose one person to win a free console of their choice. And this week's winner is gonna be this person right here. Congratulations. Be sure to keep an eye on your inbox, your spam box, stuff like that, because Tom's going to be getting in touch with you to figure out how we can send you your free console. But that's really all that's going on this week. So I want to hear what you guys think about this stuff. First of all, the Spyro Trilogy Remastered. Are you happy? Do you like what you see? The trailer is out. Do you think it looks good? Are you into the visual style? Are you happy that we're retaining the original soundtrack? What are you thinking? Not only that, but have you been playing this PUBG event? Have you gotten your hands on the newer, smaller jungle map? I want to know how you're feeling about that. What's your favorite Bioware game? Do you think they'll ever shut down, or am I just being crazy? Also, Spider-Man. You looking forward to it as much as I am? Am I like too high on the hype train? Let's talk about anything video games that have been going on this week down there in the comments. I'll be down there talking to you guys as much as possible. But you know, you can also find me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at Jake Baldino. And like I said, if you see us at PAX East this weekend, say hi. But that's really it. Thank you guys as always, like I say, for coming around every Friday to watch us here. You know, clicking the like button definitely really helps us out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you really should, because there's a lot of you guys here now and we're just making stuff and we put it out every day. But as always, I'm Jake Baldino. Thanks for watching. Pizza's on me. I always fuck it up.